Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here. I'm happy to bring another exciting video to everybody. And in this video, we're going to be looking at what I was talking about previously on the last episode of New Earth TV Live, which is all about emotional cord cutting. So for this video, I'm going to be doing a whiteboard presentation here. Kind of feels like I have my own little illustration channel here, but this is going to help just to illustrate the point about the nature of emotional cord cutting. So as I was talking about in the previous New Earth TV Live episode about working together with the BCR technique, all right? And through the BCR technique, as we're going to go through that demonstration again in this video, we are placing this love energy directly into the heart as we do the BCR technique. And what we're going to be looking at is a cord, right? So I'm going to be taking you through this entire process, starting off with the BCR technique. So if you want to follow along with me, just get yourself into a relaxed, comfortable posture, making sure your body is free of any tension. You can close your eyes. And we're going to start off with some deep breathing. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more time, inhale, exhale. Okay, now if you still need a few more moments, you can pause the video right now. And I want you just to continue to do that inhaling and exhaling breath. You're inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. And I want you just to continue to do that until you feel a wave of calmness that you feel inside yourself, all right? It's not about feeling it outside. We want to feel it deeply within the core of our being. We want to feel it in the heart. We want to feel our entire being just in that state, in a wave of calmness, all right? So pause this now if you want to do a few more extra breaths and moving into that calmness state, okay? So again, we're remembering what BCR is, okay? So we have the breath, we have calmness, and then we have reinforcement. So I want you just to remain in that wave of calmness, okay? And you're just feeling that calm, right? And you're asking your heart that question, right? So we're going within, we're feeling the core of our being, and you're asking yourself, am I in that wave of calmness now? There's just that feeling that comes in. Said, yes, I'm feeling nice and calm. Now, if you're having trouble being able to ask your body and being able to get a response, you want to just do a check upon yourself. Are you breathing softly and slowly? Is there anything within your body right now that's tense? Right? Is there any strain in your body? Is there any stress? Are you clenching your fists? Are you your shoulders very, very tight, right? You want to make sure that everything within your body is completely relaxed and completely calm. So there should be no tension, there should be no strain, there should be no stress. That is when you know that you are in a calm state. So now we're going to go into reinforcement. So through reinforcement, we're now just going into our mind, we're going into our imagination, and we're just feeling this beautiful oasis. Okay? We are in this oasis, we are in this paradise, okay? We are in this heaven. Whatever you want to call it. So I want you just to go within and just feel yourself in your oasis, your paradise, your heaven. And just feel the space that you occupy, filled with everything that brings you joy, happiness, peace, love. All right, so you're seeing a beautiful beach. You're seeing a beautiful meadow. Whatever it is that's bringing you into a state of calm, to a state of rest, putting a smile on your face, whatever is making you happy, I want you just to stay there. Just going into your paradise, whatever it is that brings you into that calmness, into that joy, that is what we want to stick with. Okay? And I want you just to feel like you're holding an energy ball in between your hands. Okay? You're holding an energy ball there. And again, as you're focusing on your space, you're feeling that energy ball getting bigger and bigger with all the love, the happiness, and the peace that you are feeling within your space. Right? Maybe you're seeing beautiful colors of nature. Right? Maybe you're seeing angels coming down from heaven, shining that beautiful warm light upon you. Maybe you're seeing your loved ones in the distance coming up to you and embracing you with a hug, because these loved ones are of the higher self. And you just feel warm and you feel welcome. You feel so overjoyed to be in your space. And this energy ball is your gauge. It's letting you know how much love energy you're accumulating inside your reinforced space. Your oasis, your paradise, your heaven. Okay, so I want you just to make it bigger and bigger, just with love. If you're not feeling love, don't make it bigger. Okay, you're only making your energy ball bigger with the love that you're feeling. Okay, if you're not feeling that much love, it's probably a little ball. All right, you want to go deeper. Right, shut out everything relating to physical reality. You are not in the physical world right now. You are in your oasis. You're in your paradise. Okay, that is your reality right now. This is where your attention needs to be. Okay, so just feel that getting bigger and bigger as you're putting love, happiness, joy, peace. As you feel that love energy accumulating into your hands, making that energy ball bigger and bigger. Okay, so as you're making that ball bigger now, if you need more time, pause this video, okay? So we just want to feel like we got a good size of the love ball right now, and we're just condensing it into a small, loving ball, okay? Just a small ball of love. No more different than maybe the size of a golf ball, right? Or the size of a tennis ball. And as we do that, we got this tiny ball here. That tiny ball is going to go inside the heart. Okay? So you're putting it inside the heart, and you're feeling that energy, that pure love energy, charging up the heart. Right? So you're just putting it inside the chest. You feel that love energy coming into the heart, and you want to feel some type of sensation. Okay? You're not just putting it into your chest for the sake of your chest. You want to hold that energy ball there, and you may feel a sense of lightness. You may feel a tingling, right? You'll feel some type of change. As soon as you take that love energy that you have put your focus on and you've accumulated, and you're putting it into your heart, right? It can be just a sudden breath, right? There's something that indicates a shift, right? It can be subtle, but you want to watch for that. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's really good, right? You're feeling it as you're putting that energy into the heart. All right, this is our first step. So once you have placed that energy in your heart, just be at peace, right? Continue with slow, deep breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I want you just to hold that love energy in the heart. It's not going anywhere. Just be aware of it, all right? So now that we have done that, The next step we're going to do is the emotional chords. We're going to be looking into the emotional chords themselves. As I talked about on the New Earth TV Live, we are looking at a chord that again represents a type of emotional conflict. So when we're looking at an emotional conflict chord, and of course you can do this the whole way, right? If you want to spend some time beforehand, before doing the BCR technique and saying, yeah, I got something in regards to anger. I have something in regards to sadness. I have something in regards to fear. Okay, that's great. We can look at that before we even do the BCR practice, right? But if you already know what's on your mind right now, but what you want to clear out, then we can proceed with that, okay? Now I have to issue a state of caution here. You are doing this at your own risk, okay? The reason being is because a lot of people are cutting their cords when their cord is still very tight. We don't do that, okay? This can lead to panic attacks. This can lead to basically getting over emotional because you are trying to cut a cord that you are still very emotionally attached with. And this can lead to, again, panic attacks, anxiety hits, right? There can be some overwhelming emotional energy that comes together when you do that. We do not do that, okay? So everything that moves forward now, I am telling you, you are doing at your own risk, okay? So again, if you want to proceed and you feel you can do this just by listening to the instructions carefully, then by all means, but you are, again, doing this at your own risk, okay? So what we do not do, right? So I'll put that in big bold letters. Do not. Okay? Do not ever cut a cord that is tight. Okay? You never ever do that. Like I said, when you do that, that's your own risk. You're doing that at your own risk. And again, there can be repercussions emotionally regarding that. Right? Some people may not feel anything, but some people may say, oh my God, I'm panicking here. Because you are feeding energy through that string, through that cord, directly to that emotional attachment. And if you feel like you're just severing it for the heck of it, then you can create some very, very heavy emotional repercussions with that. Like I said, there can be panic attacks, there can be high anxiety issues. Okay? Please do not do that. No, 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 no. Okay? So as long as you're aware of that, we can proceed with the process here. Again, if you've already tuned into the New Earth TV Live, you already know basically what I'm talking about. This is why I'm doing this video, because we're going to go into some additional steps with it. Okay? I'm pretty sure many people on my channel are already familiar with cutting cords. Okay? So like I said, with that love energy that's contained in your heart right now, okay, you will now look at that particular emotion that you want to work with. Okay, I'm angry because of this. I'm sad because of that. I'm fearful because of this situation. Okay, we're just picking one thing. Okay, I'm not telling you guys to go after 10 or 20 chords at once. We do one chord. How many chords do we do? One. All right. So as we're doing one chord here, we look into that, just an emotional chord that relates to anger, sadness, or fear. All right. And as we tune into that, we're just being aware of that chord. It's almost like we're touching a silk web, or it's almost like we're touching a guitar string that's finely tuned. Okay. It's tight. It is a very tight chord, right? So when you say, okay, I got this anger, I'm angry at my neighbor, right, for stealing my lawnmower. Maybe I'll get a little more serious. I'm angry at my neighbor because he yelled at me. We had a really big fight, a really big argument. He called me an idiot. And I went inside and I was just very, very angry, right? So if there's something like that, for example, right, we go into BCR. Breath work, calmness, reinforcement, all right? And so again, after we've done the BCR technique, right, we have the love energy. We've put it directly into the heart. Now we're looking at the core. This is the add-on to the BCR technique, all right? So again, you are just touching that chord, it's like you can just close your eyes and you can just feel the chord there. It's like again, like a guitar string that's just very, very tight, right? It's finely tuned, right? We can even just kind of touch it. We feel it. Yeah, it's strong there. All right. So here is what we do. With that love energy that you placed inside the heart, you are now commanding that love energy through thought to surge itself like a current through that thread, through that guitar string, right? Through that silk web. And you feel that current, okay? So it helps if you just place your hand upon the center of your chest, right? You tune into your heart. You feel that love energy that you just placed into your heart, that little ball. And now you're commanding it and saying, soften this anger I have towards my neighbor, right? So you want to find out what is the emotion, okay? And what is it directed to, okay? Is it direct towards a neighbor? Is it directed towards a family member? Is it directed towards a situation or an event? Is it directed towards an object? Okay, so we want to know what the emotion is. And again, we just stick with the 3 core emotions: anger, sadness, fear. All right, just as simple as that, as we've done before. And we want to find out what it is directed to. What is this emotion directed to? What is it channeling through? Right? It's because of my neighbor. We had an argument. We had a fight. So I'm angry because I had a fight with my neighbor. Okay? Or I'm sad because my mother will not talk to me. Okay? I'm fearful because I'm nervous about the state of the world. Good. So you're able to identify the emotion, and you're able to identify what it is directed to. Okay? That's very important. Do not even do this if you do not have those 2 things. Okay? You want to know your emotion, and you want to know what it's directed to. Okay? As we do that, like I said, we are running the current of love through this cord. Okay? So it's like a guitar string. It's like a silk web, and it's very, very tight. Now, when a cord is tight, that means that it is very tied into the emotional conflict. Okay? When you have a tight cord, you are highly emotional, right? You are emotionally attached. You are tethered to a person, place, event, or object. Okay? That's why it's tight. So what we're doing is we're just keeping our hand upon the center of our chest, and we're just instructing the love energy that we put into the heart and saying, love energy, I'm ready to forgive this emotion. Soften it. Soften this anger I have towards my neighbor. Soften this sadness I have towards me not being able to talk to my mother. Soften this fear I have where I'm nervous about the state of the world. Okay? And we're just letting the love energy do the work, okay? We want to feel something. So when we feel that energy working, when we feel like it's going through the cord, all right, what are we doing? Slow, deep breaths in, out. Okay, if you want to do inhale and exhale through the mouth, you can do that too. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Okay? And I want you just to feel softer within your body. As you're inhaling, exhaling, the love energy is doing its work inside the heart. Now what you're noticing, you can feel this. It's kind of like an intuitive sense, all right? You're noticing that that cord is now turning flimsy, okay? So we had the original cord where it was as tight as a guitar string, a finely tuned guitar string, okay? Now as we're doing the deep breathing and we're working with the heart, and we feel that softness coming in, I just feel at ease, right? All the stress, all the strain is going. It's leaving me. It's releasing. And I can just feel like I'm touching that cord right now, and it feels flimsy like a spaghetti noodle, okay? It's like a cooked, wet spaghetti noodle. It's flimsy, okay? Very important. We do not touch a cord unless it is flimsy. Okay? It's very, very important. All right? So, if you want to do this now, and you are looking at that cord, and you're feeling that love energy, let's go into a new thing. There we go. So again, you're going into the heart. All right, you're feeling that cord. All that love energy is inside your heart, and you're just running that love energy. You're commanding it with your thought. Okay, so through your thought. Okay, so through that thought, you are commanding that love energy to flow through that thread like a current. And what are you doing next? You're just breathing. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You've already instructed your heart. Go ahead and just soften this emotion, this anger that I have towards my neighbor. Okay? So as we do that, we now feel soft within ourselves, right? We have no strain, we have no stress, we have no tension. As that happens, that cord is now flimsy, like a wet noodle. Now this is the next step. Okay, I again have to give you guys caution. If your cord is not flimsy, don't do this. Okay? So again, you're doing this at your own risk. You want a flimsy cord. You want it to have absolutely no strength whatsoever. Right? It's just like wiggling a wet noodle. That is the cord that you cut. Okay? Now before we do that, hold your horses. We want to go into the heart now that we feel soft, now that we feel that cord is soft, we're going to talk to the heart again. Heart, is it okay for me to sever this cord? Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, we got to ask our heart. If you don't know how to talk to your heart, then don't do this. Okay, you got to be able to talk to your heart for this step. Right? You're going within. Heart, is it okay for me to sever this cord? All right? And if you're not sure, if you still feel like you can't talk to the heart, one thing that I'll permit is you can work with divination. Okay, you can work with the tarot cards, for example, or an angel deck, or an oracle card. Okay, you want some type of internal confirmation that it is okay to cut this cord. All right? If you, again, don't have a deck, if you don't have any form of divination, and you're not talking to your heart, you leave this be. Okay? You've got to be able to talk to your body. You got to be able to talk to your heart. Okay? If you don't feel that, do not proceed. Okay? Very important. Only proceed if you can talk to your heart and you feel your heart says, yes, it's okay. Okay? So again, we're going into the heart. The string now is nice and loose. It's flimsy. Okay? Heart, is it okay for me to now sever this cord? Okay? The heart now says, yes, it's okay. So now you are seeing your hand turn into a blade, and you're cutting the cord. Okay? You see your hand turn into a blade, and you're just cutting the cord, right? Someone asked me, Brad, does it matter the distance, right? If I have a cord that's just going all the way out here to infinity, should I cut it while it's 2 feet away from me, or a foot away from me, or 3 inches away from me? And the answer to that is it doesn't matter, okay? As long as the cord is cut. That's all that matters. So again, you are not cutting the cord unless you have the okay from the heart. Okay? If you have not have that, please don't do this. Okay? The risk is just too great. This is why I'm offering this video for you guys, to educate you properly in cutting cords. Okay? But again, if you find this too risky, don't do it. Okay? You are doing this at your own risk. I'm sorry I have to repeat that quite a bit, but some people are stubborn because they come to me and they say, Brad, I did this and I felt like I had a serious emotional situation unfold. And I asked them, well, did you cut the cord when it's flimsy? Oh, no, I just saw the cord and I cut it. Like, dude, come on. Please pay attention, right? If you're not paying attention to this, turn this video off or pause it or do something else, right? I need your full undivided attention here. Okay, this is a very, very serious technique that we can use that can be beneficial, but you have to do it properly. Okay, so if I could pardon my French here, don't dick around with this. Okay, be serious with this, right? Once that cord is flimsy, then it's okay to cut when you ask the heart permission. And the heart says it's okay. Okay, so the heart gives you the go-ahead, gives you the green light. Your hand becomes a blade, cuts the cord. Okay, once the cord is cut, okay, once it's severed, okay, we've severed the cord there. It's now cut. You can now just tell the love energy to dispose of the cord. Okay, said okay, I'm all done. Love energy, take care of the severed cord, and it will. Right? Simple as that. Or you can just leave it alone. Again, the love energy will take care of it. Right? Your energy body will take care of all of that. The love energy is running its current through it. So where that cord is cut, that cord is basically going to dissolve away. Okay. But if you want to again be tactful, and you want to tell the heart, the love energy, just to dispose of the severed cord, it will. This is why I said it does not matter the direction that you cut. Okay, if it's 2 feet ahead of you, a foot ahead of you, 3 inches ahead of you, doesn't matter. Okay, don't get too intellectual about this. This is the important part, is that you're severing the cord by asking the heart that if it's okay to do it. Okay, you have to get the green light from the heart. All right, once that's done, give yourself a little bit of time. Right, so you want to go into a quiet meditation, and you want to be aware of how you're feeling right now. You want to recall that emotion. Am I still angry regarding this person, place, event, or object? And if the answer is no, congratulations. You've cleared the cord, you've cut the cord, everything is great. Okay? That love energy is the key. You want to put that love energy into the heart. You're severing the cord through the heart's permission to do so. And now you've been able to successfully cut a cord. All right? This is how we do it. Like, again, I've heard a lot of horror stories of people trying to cut cords, and then they get into shock, right? They go into deep emotional spells, right? They go through panic attacks, emotional imbalances. It just, it's quite large, right? Because people don't know how to cut cords properly. You do not cut a cord if you're still feeding an emotional attachment. Okay? If that attachment is still there, the last thing you ever do is cut a cord. Okay? You got to soften it. You got to weaken the connection until you practically feel like you don't even have any attachment to that anymore. But this is why we check in with the heart. Heart, is it okay for me to sever this cord? Right? The heart gives you the command, yes, it's okay. Gives you the confirmation, gives you the thumbs up. Now you can sever it. Okay? So I have to be a little protective with this. This is why I'm repeating myself quite a bit, because people don't listen. And I know it's not all of you guys. I know a lot of you guys do listen, but I do get the odd person coming to me, Brad, I don't know what I did. I did something horrible and blah, 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 blah. Did you follow the video? No, I just blah. I just cut the cord and that was it. And it was tight. That's usually my reaction. Okay? There's a reason why I put these videos out. There's a reason why we do it step by step. And now there's a reason why I say you do this at your own risk. Okay? If you mess up, nobody to blame but yourself. Okay? And I'm being direct with that because you got to follow what's coming through. A lot of people talk about cord cutting, and this is the proper way to do it. You want to be unattached from the emotional attachment that is causing that emotional trigger. And then that is where you can cut the cord via the heart's permission. All right? So take this if you like. If not, leave it be. If you do not feel that this is for you, then do not do this. Okay? You follow this to the letter. Because again, it can be risky if you do it incorrectly. All right? Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video. And I will speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care. Thank you very much for checking out the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Feel free to check out my websites, newearthteachings.com, healingcodecards.com, healingcodeshop.com. go on to healingcodecards.com to grab your body deck and your mind deck. Also available in digital versions as well. And of course, you can follow me on social media, on Facebook, on MeWe, and of course on Telegram as well. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Take care and show the way.